Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
It's almost time, kids. The clock is ticking. Be in front of your TV sets for the Horror-thon. And remember the big giveaway at 9. Don't miss it. And don't forget to wear your masks. The clock is ticking. It's almost time.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Happy, happy Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
With that, welcome back to the M25 Show. My name's Albert.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Steve. And here we are again.
I mean, at least you're getting creative, Steve.
Hey, what's wrong with that? You don't like the intro? I know our guest Joe will know what that intro's from. He's in the green room right now. When as soon as this interview's time, we'll be in a couple minutes. We'll bring him out and we'll ask him. Alberto, do you know what that intro song's from?
Nope.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. How about you, Alyssa?
I have no idea. The Leprechaun? I have no idea.
The Leprechaun? Oh, my goodness gracious. I thought I was putting on a song everybody knew. All right, well, we'll talk about it when Joe comes on, and I'm sure he knows. So, yeah, Lee, I thought that's one of those, when he tells you what the movie is, you guys probably didn't even watch it or probably didn't want to watch it, but it's actually a pretty good movie. It kind of took some time to grow on, but once I kind of like it.
Was that from the original Halloween?
That song?
Yeah.
No. Joe will tell us when we get him on because I'm very disappointed in you two. If Eddie was here, I'd be disappointed in him too. Very
Where is
disappointed. It's Halloween, guys. Come on, it's Halloween week. How come you guys did? Well, you did dress up, didn't you? You guys look nice. What costumes are you guys wearing today?
I'm going as a regular human without a mask on.
All right. You can pass. Alberto, what the hell
Scare
are you?
everybody that way.
I'm dressed up as somebody who gets annoyed by Steve.
Ah, okay. I've seen some of the creatures that Joe has created that look far better than you, Alberto.
Uh-huh.
we could have one of those creatures sitting in and it wouldn't even tell. Put an M25 shirt on him, wouldn't even tell the difference. Oh, see, I'm ready to go today. So Alberto's usually off to attack mode on me all the time, and not today. I'm ready. I'm the one firing off the missiles first. As far as Eddie, I don't know where Eddie is. He's probably at the T-Mobile. He must have a crush on the guy that told him to buy the iPhone 12. We've been trying to get him to buy.
Set it up for me.
We've been trying to get him to get a phone for a long time, and no. And he came on last week and said, well, I was going to get the 11, and the guy at the place told me to get the 12, and I said, okay. No flinch,
like
no
that.
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless it was a chick, but I thought he said a dude, right, Alberto?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's been drinking too much again. Are you talking to him?
Oh, me now.
Anyway, welcome to the M25 Show. It's Halloween week. Happy Halloween. It's a different type of Halloween this year. And some people will be trick-or-treating. Some people won't. I think it's going to be up to the people if they want to take their kids out. And up to the people if they want to hand out candy, I don't know. After our guest comes on, we'll talk more about that, what we're going to do. And we'll find out from anybody that's listening what they're going to do. But one person hasn't slowed down, and this is our guest, Joe Castro. And he's a movie maker. He's a special effects artist, director, producer. He's the one that makes the monsters in the movies or the special effects when they get carved up and all that, So he's going to tell us all about that good stuff and tell Alberto what this song is to, that I'm very disappointed. That hurts me, Alberto. We were friends a long time, and I thought this would be something up your alley. Let's get our guest on.
No.
What? What do you want me to say, man? What do you want to apologize or something?
I want you to apologize.
You know what? I'm
That's
assuming this is
offensive. That's offensive to horror people.
You know what? I assume this is the song you and your wife dance to on your wedding night.
No, there was no dancing going on.
Uh-huh.
There was no dancing going on. There was a kid made, but there was no dancing going on. Anyway, I would have sex to that song.
Oh, I think I know. Okay.
Oh, she's no googling, Alyssa. Hey, we're gonna
No,
talk
no,
about
I'm not. I don't even have my phone.
we're gonna talk about your Snooki
Dancing.
outfit later
Did you
too.
say there was a kid made?
No, it's not
What are we gonna
Chucky.
talk about?
Don't be a smartass. It's not Chucky. All right,
That's what I was thinking.
let's get our guest, Mr. Joe Castro, here and pull him up right here. Hello, Joe.
Hello, how's it going over there?
Good. Sorry to keep you waiting. I know you've
there
been
he is.
working all night. Man, you don't slow down, do you?
Well, you know, when Hollywood calls, you show up because you never know. You got to jump, grab the opportunity when it's right in front of you. So I just work hard and play hard, and I just keep chasing the dream every day.
Nice.
So
nice.
I have to apologize. I told I told them that my schedule changed last night around 8 o'clock. I got a text message like, we're changing the shooting schedule around. We're shooting on Wednesday and we're going to be shooting this, and this. So I've been up all night. I only have like three hours of sleep right now because they want something to be done on Wednesday evening that I wasn't prepared to do because I thought I had till Friday to do it. So I've been up all night working on something, and it's just part of the deal. Part of the deal,
Well, you don't have to be sorry to us. We're sorry that if we're cutting into your business. I'm glad you still made it.
Yeah, I'll probably go back to the couch and take a nap before I get up. And I work at night. I like to work like from like 10 p.m. to like 6 a.m. It's my normal hours because I just I like the solitude and quiet of the evening. I work kind of solitary in my studio when I create stuff, and it just works better that way for me. And my partner Steven, who works graveyard over at CBS on the TV show Big Brother, those are his hours too. So we kind of sync up and work the same hours, and that's just the way it is right now. So, but everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Yeah. It's all good.
Very cool. Well, there's nothing wrong with working in the nights. It's all good. You got it's quiet. You got not that many people around. You can concentrate more, I guess you could say, and once you're used to it.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, concentrate.
Okay, Joe, I gotta ask before we continue. Do you know what that intro song's to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I see.
He
Joe didn't
was
hesitate.
He was pretty close. I mean, you have to give him. Yeah, I thought he was gonna get there for a second, but
Me too.
But yeah, he was pretty close. It's from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, and it's actually it's not really a theme song. It's a commercial that's played in the movie selling the creepy Halloween masks that are used in the movie to kill the children all over the world. They're supposed to be used to kill everybody all over the world. So, but you were pretty close. Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah, he had Halloween in there, but
yeah.
the whole story with that is isn't that something John Carpenter wanted to do? He really didn't want to do Halloween 2, but he did it because they said he can do Halloween 3, a whole different thing.
Well,
right?
Halloween 3 is like the redheaded stepchild of the franchise. It's like the one movie that doesn't involve Michael Myers that people either love or they don't like at all. And most people that are horror fans really have a deep love for that film because it's so unique and special, and it's actually a very, very good film. And one of my mentors, his name is Rob Berman. His father, Tom Berman, created all the special effects for that movie, and so it holds a special place in my heart as well. When I grew up, I saw that movie in the theater when it was first released, and later on in life, I got to meet the son of the man that created the special effects for that film, and he's actually one of my mentors. I've studied with him to create special effects, so it's kind of a big deal for me.
See, I didn't know all this, and look at I picked this TV song, and isn't that kind of cool? Isn't that kind of cool,
Absolutely.
Alberto? You gotta admit, sometimes I do shit the right way. Who would have thought? I just thought it was a cool. When I saw the movie, that song always stuck in my head, and I always thought it was a cool movie. I mean, of course, when you don't see Michael Myers, you're like, wow. But then, if you really like horror movies, you kind of get it. It's like, hey, this is a pretty good little flick. The
It is a good
storyline,
movie.
it's really good.
Yeah. And there's some really unique special effects in that film. I'm all about special effects stuff, so there's some really unique stuff in that you don't normally see anyplace else. And I can really appreciate that. So.
Speaking of that, why don't you tell us about your stuff now? Because that's up your alley, right? Special effects and
Well, most people don't know. I don't know. Let's see if this is for. I don't know. You can't read that.
Hold on. Let me blow it up here. Hold on, Joe.
Okay, there we go. Let me see. I want everybody to see that.
Okay, there we go.
It's a white cover. You can't really see it. There you go.
Something
says,
Massacre.
Yeah, The Summer of Massacre is what it says there. That movie right there. It's only available on DVD and Blu-ray right now, but it's and this is the Guinness Book of World Record. It has a Guinness Book of World Record for the highest body count in a slasher movie. Right there.
Damn.
Most people don't know that. Most people don't know that exists, but that is it right there. And that's a movie that I directed and co-produced with my partner Shane Escobar. We have the Guinness Book of World Record for the highest body count in a slasher movie.
Alyssa,
and
Yeah.
what do you think the count was?
Oh gosh.
We'll all take a
I
guess.
don't want
and
to say
Joe
some
can tell us
ridiculous amount, but I don't know, 150 people.
Alberto, what do you think?
312.
Holy mackerel!
Well,
I'll
it could be
say
like 25.
I'll say 120.
Well, Alyssa was really close. It was 155.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn. Hey, that's a lot of dead
Yeah,
people.
that's a lot of people.
I consider that lame, so
Well,
I want more death.
More death.
if you think about it, it's only 90 minutes in a movie, and if you have 155 kills, that's more than 1 kill a minute.
Oh man, yeah, that's right, huh?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of action.
Yeah.
So every
Yeah, the
minute somebody gets offed.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just mayhem and murder. The first 25 minutes is literally just people die one after the other. It's just people dying. So
What is it
pretty
called
crazy.
again?
The Summer of Massacre.
Alyssa, can you remember that? Because I'm going to watch that later.
Yeah.
The Summer of Massacre.
Yeah, the Summer of Massacre. You can probably find it pirated somewhere, uploaded, but it's not really available on any streaming platforms at this time. The only way to get it is through Blu-ray or DVD release.
Oh, okay.
For purchase. Yeah, for purchase. I'm sure you can find a copy of it online somewhere. But anyhow,
All right.
so
I'll look for it online.
Okay, great. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really proud of. Yeah.
Is it new or is it older?
No,
film?
it came out. It came out in 2012. In fact, the month it came out, it was the most pirated movie on YouTube. We could not keep it down off of YouTube. It was just every day, the pirators would put it up online to share it with everybody because it was so in demand. Everybody wanted to see it.
That crazy, huh?
Yeah, for like 2 months in a row, it was just every day. We couldn't, between me, my partner, and the distributors, we kept filing claims for YouTube to take it down, and we couldn't keep it down. They just kept putting it up. So I'm sure there's a copy of it somewhere pirated up online because yeah.
Listen, what's it called again?
The Summer of Massacre.
The Summer of Massacre. Everybody, if you haven't checked that out, check that out because I'm going to check it out. I can't imagine a kill a minute. I never thought about that till you said that.
There's just in some shots, there's carcasses of people dead, and it's just people dead all over the place and decapitated and this and that and the other. It's a very stylized movie though too. At the time, I went to school to learn computer generated effects, so a lot of it is done kind of like a very stylized kind of CGI kind of dark kind of film, and but it has its own style. I never try to make the same movie twice, and when you watch each one of my films, each one of them kind of has a different look, a different style. But there's something about my art, my special effects work that people can pick up on and notice in each one of my films. But as far as the film itself, like I said, I never try to make the same film twice. Try to do something different each time. Yeah.
Very cool. We're gonna have to check that out. Everybody, go check that movie out. The Summer of Massacre, Alyssa.
Yeah, the
The
summer
Yeah.
of
Summer of
massacre.
Massacre. Go
And then-
check that out.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I
then
want to
right here-
ask about. I want to ask
ahead.
about this thing that I see all over a lot. It's called Terror Tunes.
Oh yeah,
And,
let's see if I can. There's Terror Tunes right there. There's the Terror Tunes.
Wait, hold on.
Uh,
let me blow
this-
that up so everybody can see it. There we go.
that's Max Assassin. That's one of the killers from Terror Tunes. And this is a franchise that my partner and I own. And it's a movie about killer cartoons. But they come out and here's part 2 right there. Terror Tunes 2. And it's kind of like an adult cartoon slasher movie is what it is. If you like Adult Swim, the on Cartoon Network, how they have kind of like, like the adult cartoons start at like, 8 p.m. at night and they go till like 5 in the morning. If you like adult cartoons with adult themes, it's very bloody. There's nudity, but it's done with cartoons, and some of it's live action, some of it's cartoons. Then you'll like Terror Tunes, and it's a franchise that, like I said, that my partner and I own. And right now we're doing an Indiegogo campaign for Terror Tunes 4. We're already up to part 4, and we made the first movie, Terror Tunes, in 3 days. We shot the whole movie in 3 days for $2,300. And the year it came out, this was 2002. The year it came out, I would remember it was in every block. It was 8 copies in every Blockbuster in America, and it's on the shelf at Extra Pirates of the Caribbean. So here's my $2,300 movie sitting on the shelf in Extra Pirates of the Caribbean.
Wow.
Yeah, and anything is possible in Hollywood, right? And you put your mind to it, you make it happen.
Okay, so there's a Terror Tunes 1 and a Terror Tunes 3?
2 and 3. There's 2 and
okay.
1, 2, and 3 are out right now. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
And you're gonna do a 4 now, right? Is that how that's going?
We're actually almost. It took me 3 days to make the first one, 7 days to make the second one, and 8 years to make the third one, and it's taking me another 8 years to make the fourth one. And we're about 60% done with the fourth one, and we're getting ready to finish the last big chunk of it in about 25 minutes of it. So we're doing a crowdfunding campaign. We're asking the fans to become a part of the franchise, and you can go to the Indiegogo page and do a search for Terror Tunes 4. Grab a perk. You can actually be in the movie. You can be a producer on the film. You can get your name in the credit, that kind of thing. And it's just a fun way to interact with the fan base. But it's a really special. It's changed over the years. Like I said, I never like the same movie twice. So I'm not going to make 3-day, film. I'm going to make something different each time. And each time I make a Terror Tunes, my skills as a filmmaker increase exponentially, and so does the film. Yeah.
So they're cartoons, and they actually get stabbed and stuff like that.
They're cartoon characters. And what they do is they come out of the TV into the real world, and they are these live action characters. They are like special effects suits that we build of cartoon characters. So it's not like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and sometimes it is. But when they come out into the real world, they're physical things that I create with special effects. And when they kill people with like giant weapons and giant. Like a giant pair of scissors to decapitate you with, and a giant axe to cut you in half. But when you die for real, and it's a very bloody kind of death. It's kind of like if Tim Burton meets Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Are these
Yeah.
the movies that are done now? Is there any of those on stream or anything? Or
Yes,
is it all?
yes. You can watch Terror Tunes 1 right now. On Amazon Prime. It's a great Halloween film. And the target audience, I think, is between like 12 and 18 years old. So like it's comfortable for like a 12-year-old to watch it. There's some boobies in it, but other than that, it's just got a lot of blood and violence. But done kind of over the top and silly. Yeah.
Well, that's right up my alley.
There you go.
Got boobies in it. I'm there.
That's all he needed.
I'm watching it later today, Joe. So I'm going to sit down and watch it on Amazon Prime, right?
On Amazon Prime, Terror Tunes 1, the original Terror Tunes. Yeah.
And then the other ones are
DVDs.
keep in mind,
Yes, like I said, keep in mind when you watch it, we made the entire movie in 3 days for $2,300. So, but it was like I said, it was a real big success when it came out. It's something about it. It was nothing like it had ever been done. So that's why that was the shtick they used to sell it, and it had a very unique cover. So people picked it up and looked at it. They were like, "What is this? What is this? Never seen nothing like this before." And so it kind of got his audience that way. Yeah.
So good idea. Sounded like you had a good idea going on there.
Yeah.
So Terratoons 4 is you're already on Terratoons 4. After what is this? About 16 years or?
Yeah, actually next year will be the 20th anniversary of the first film.
Oh,
So that we're
20? Wow.
20 years, yeah. 20 years, yeah.
20 years of Terratoons. That's pretty crazy. I was hoping you'd bring one of your tunes on with you, but I know you worked all night, and we're hoping to see.
I took this out of a bag. This is can you see that? There's a skinned human's head. This is for a film I worked on last weekend, and it's just like a skinned human head. There's like the fat in the cheek, and you got the eyeballs and the gums on it, and there's a piece of flesh hanging out there. So, and then I got over here. I have this is actually Lloyd Kaufman. You know who Lloyd Kaufman is? Lloyd Kaufman is he's the man behind Troma Entertainment. This is for a movie called The Barn 2. And in the film, this monster sticks his hand in his mouth and kills him. So this is
oh man,
that is Lloyd.
He didn't have a very good day that day.
Let me see what I got back here. Oh, this is an alien. This is an alien for a movie called Xenophobia.
Yeah.
It's out right now.
Oh man, that does look like an alien.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
Yeah, that's an ugly thing right there. Oh my goodness.
And I try not to bring most of my stuff in the house. My partner's like, don't bring that. I have it out in the studio. It's all chemicals and whatnot. But if you could see my desk in front of me, it's madness. Like, look, I have these reference photos. I love finding weird crap online to inspire me. Someone wanted me to do recently. This killer kills people with a hammer. So I had to come up with all these different ways to kill people with a hammer. So I went online and got photo reference of someone getting bashed in the face, bashed in the mouth.
Is that real?
And yeah, that's real. Yeah, that's real.
Man.
Yeah. And here's
I like
someone.
that stuff.
Here's someone with a head bashed the back of the head, right?
Oh.
Let's see what I got here. Oh, here's a picture. If I want to try to duplicate dead skin, I go and I look at the actual color of a dead person's skin. There's an autopsy victim.
Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looked like the eyes were open.
Oh yeah, actually, that's slightly open. Yeah, look, they're kind of. And,
it looks like they're looking at you.
Oh yeah. Here's this is gangrene. If I want to, or what do you call it? When a person gets when they die, rigor mortis. This is rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis.
There's rigor mortis in a hand. Look at rigor mortis.
Oh wow.
Oh Jesus, that looks like my hand.
Yeah.
That looks like my hand right now, Joe.
And sometimes, like, what I'll do is if I'm going to go to a movie set and I have to make up something because I've never even met the actor. I don't know what they look like. I don't know their skin color. I have to make up something else. But I'll put together like a collage of different ideas. This is all these people these are real images of people with their faces bashed in, their face skin, and I saw their head open right here, and this guy's got a tube in his mouth. Looks like he's still alive, and he's in a fucking he's in an operating room right there. He's got
what happened to him?
Anyway, I don't know. I just found a picture online of some guy with no face on, and I decided I wanted to take that to set and inspire myself with it. But I do a lot of reference, and most of the stuff I do is very detailed work that is hyper realistic for film making. I try to make stuff look absolutely positively as realistic as possible. Get that real shock factor, especially for horror films.
Yeah, talk about doing your homework to get ready for something like working on a film. That's pretty heavy. Those are heavy pictures.
I don't look at it for entertainment. I just look at it because like I said, I want my work to be impressive. I've been doing this for 39 years, and I want it to be the best it can possibly be. And I know these producers and directors, when they hire me, they're expecting, I feel honored and privileged, first of all, to be asked to be involved in their films. And I bring my A game every time, regardless of the budget of the film. I want to make sure that they get everything that they could possibly need for their movie, because it's a real privilege to be asked to be a part of someone's film, solely because, it's kind of a bad boys club. There's not a lot of movies being made that need a lot of special effects. And when a director or producer asks me to be involved in their movie, I consider it an honor. There's not as many jobs out there. So when I go to set, I'm there, solely to make my boss look cool and feel great about himself, and the people that I work with. When I'm putting makeup on people, an actor and actress, I want to make sure that they know they can trust me, and I want them to really be able to get to the role and appreciate, what's going on and the work that I'm doing. And I want them to know that I'm actually doing my very, very best to make sure they have something that's completely memorable. Film is forever. Once you make a movie, it's there forever. Especially when it goes up online and people buy copies of it and it's sent out into the world. And I've been very honored and privileged to be able to pursue a career in special effects, and to be able to say I've been doing this for 39 years, and I'm very grateful for that, for the chance to be able to do that.
Joe, you're hired. That was the greatest interview. I felt like I was hiring you for a job right now. Shit, you're hired. Damn. Terratunes shooting art.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I know a lot of people would like my job and like to be able to do what I do. And, I tell young people and people that want to pursue a career in special effects, you just got to keep going. You will eventually get there, but only if you keep going. I mean, I can't tell any time of the year people have told me you're not good enough, you don't know what you're doing, haha, look at you, you're making mistakes. And but I made a promise to my dad when I was 18 years old that I would never stop chasing my dream. I remember the moment he stopped me on the front porch and he said, he was walking in, I was walking out, and he said, "Son, please don't ever stop chasing your dream. Promise me." And I said, "I won't, Dad." And so I've kept that promise, and it's a promise that I've never regretted. And he knew what was best for me, and he knew what would make me happy. And here I am today, a very happy, grateful man because of it.
Man, I'm gonna start tearing up here, Alyssa. That's beautiful, Joe. So right now, I believe you, and that's awesome. And what right now is Terratunes 4 right now? What's going on with you, or do you have other things that you want to let people know about?
Yeah, I mean, I just this year has been very interesting year for everybody, but I have been involved in quite a few features this year and last year. Right now, you can watch a movie called Big Freaking Rat. It's about a giant rat. If you like Friday the 13th and you like Jaws, you will love this film. I know it's available on some streaming platforms, but it came out 2 weeks ago. It was all the Amityville Harvest, which is kind of an offshoot of the Amityville franchise that I created special effects for. And I just got off a movie shoot in Northwest Texas with director Shane Bradford. It's called Country Club, and it's a very gory film. I can't wait for it to come out, but we just wrapped shooting it. Of course, I have the Terratunes 4 Indiegogo campaign, which is available right now for everybody. Go to Indiegogo and do a search for Terratunes, and that's spelled Toons, like cartoons, Terratunes.
Okay.
And join our team, please. And then, man, I'm getting ready to walk onto a movie set this coming Wednesday. It's for a movie called Blind 2, and it's directed by Marcel Waltz. And a little over a year ago, I saw a movie called Blind, directed by the same man, and I was so impressed with the film. I just had to meet the director and tell him, "You did such an amazing job." And I believe Blind comes out this week for Halloween. So the original film is just now coming out, and they're already shooting the sequel. So it's just a gift to be able to work on the sequel to this amazing film. And I could go on and on and on. But one last movie you should watch out for. It's a movie called The Barn 2, and it's directed by Justin Seaman. It's a micro-budget independent film shot in, I believe it's West Virginia. I was up there last year, and they shot the barn, and then they invited me to come up and do the special effects for the barn too. And it's a very kid-friendly film. It's kind of like if Walt Disney meets the Evil Dead. If you've seen the Evil Dead, it's like that's how I describe it. Like Walt Disney meets the Evil Dead. So it has a fun kind of family kind of feel, but it's got a lot of monsters in it, and a lot of fun creatures and fun effects. Yeah.
All that fun stuff, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. And it's done with like a lot of bright colors, and it's a lot of really good energy involved in the film. You can tell people really loved it that made it.
So it's not a dark movie kind of deal.
It is dark, but in a fun way. It's not a sick. It's not one of those. There's like you got that sick, twisted horror. It's not really like that. It's more like it's like if Walt Disney made a slasher movie, or Walt Disney made a horror film with the devil. It's kind of lighthearted.
I got you.
I want gore.
There's plenty of gore in it, but it's like I said, you have to see it. I just put it out there. I want everybody to check. I want everybody to check it out.
The Cabin 2?
What's the Cabin 2?
No, what is the movie called?
Oh,
The Barn.
The Barn.
Okay, the Barn.
The Barn 2. Yeah, the Barn.
The Barn 2.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of Cabin.
Yeah, the Barn 2. Yeah, the Cabin. The Barn.
Yeah.
Probably some of the most unique and original on-screen kills and deaths are in this film. Like that thing I showed you with Lloyd Kaufman. One of the killers sticks his hand in his mouth and pops out his eyeballs from inside of his mouth like this,
Oh wow!
Pop out of his head. So
nice.
So where can we see that at? Where?
Well, I'm sure ittle be on all the home media streaming platforms. I can't tell you exactly when it's coming out. I know they wrapped principal photography a few months ago, and that's all I have for this time. You can see the original Barn right now. It's on all the home media platforms. The original Barn. First one. Yeah, get ready for the second. The Barn. Yeah.
The Barn. Listen, you can watch the Barn and get all hyped up for the Barn 2.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have Joe keep us updated. We'll just keep in contact with him.
It's a Halloween themed film, so you'll like it, and it kind of has like a Season of the Witch kind of riff in it. So I think you'll like it. Yeah.
All right, listen, make sure you watch the Barn, all right?
Yeah.
All right, I wrote. You see me looking. I never am like on my phone during our show, but I'm typing all these movies down because I like horror movies. So I'm typing them down so that I can remember what they're called.
Oh wow, look at this! I didn't know you're such a horror fan. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, I like scary movies. I like the ones that really get me are the boo factor ones. Not much gore. The gore doesn't really get me because I like all that stuff. I love to see guts. Even in person, I love to see it.
Damn.
But I know I'm weird. I love if someone gets cut, I'm like, oh, let me see it. But but the boo, like the scary, like that intense, like and then all of a sudden, boom, something happens. I love that. Like growing up, I used to watch like Friday the 13th, all of, Nightmare on Elm Street, all of those. But the one, that's funny because I just told my boyfriend yesterday, because he put on a Michael Myers mask and sent me a picture. And I'm like, that's the one movie that actually scared me was Halloween.
Halloween.
Huh. And it wasn't it was just that the anticipation and the scare and the boo, like the boo factor. That's what I call it, the boo factor.
Yeah. Did you like Annabelle? Like Annabelle?
It was okay. Yes. And now that I watch these scary movies now and all that CGI and all that, I'm like, they're okay. I like the real.
We saw Annabelle. We saw Annabelle in the movie theater on Halloween when it came out, I guess, a couple of years ago. And there was this like cholo sitting behind us with his girlfriend, and he was like the only person in the theater when the devil came out. Went, "Ay!" He screamed like a big
girl.
He screamed like a big girl with a roach crawl up her arm. "Ay!" And
oh boy.
That's all.
funny.
That's,
You're not so macho now, are you?
That's how you screamed, huh? Aye.
yeah.
I wait.
I haven't even seen
That's
Annabelle.
hilarious.
Is it a good flick? I know there's a
I-
few of those
I
movies, aren't there?
I think it's fun. I think the original Annabelle is fun. It's a fun one. It has a lot of what she's talking about. Shock. It's the jumps, the scares, the shock factor.
Scares.
And
Ah.
I know. I
Like that-
appreciate that too.
Like that quiet, like you know something's gonna happen, but you don't know when it's gonna happen, and you're waiting, and it's
That's
all
right.
dark, and
Yes.
I
And you're
hear
like,
ya.
oh, don't go there.
that's like I call those like the orgasm scare. It's like it gets you good, you know. It'll get you good if it's a good one. That's what I call it. You know, you call it the boo factor. I call it the
The
orgasm
boo factor, like boo.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
All right, Indigo. So everybody go to Indigo and type in Terror Tunes 4. Is that how they do that?
That's right. Yep.
So
That's right.
there's a straight Indigo page. Is there a website and you
Indigo.
just go to the website and you
Yeah,
type that in?
And you can just go. You can go to the website of Indiegogo and type in the title of the film, and you get to do all kinds of stuff with this movie. You can actually die on camera. We have a perk where you can actually like be in the film and die on camera. You get to be animated in the opening credit sequence, and there's all kinds of special perks. I mean, you can even get decapitated in the movie if you want. You can become a producer in the film. If you can get yourself to Los Angeles, you can be in the film and have lines, and there's all kinds of things, all kinds of perks there. But could somebody have like you said, it's a kind of a tune-ish deal? Can they be turned into a tune without even coming down to the Hollywood or whatever? It just turned into a tune. That's right. Yeah.
And it'll look kind of like them, or will it look kind of like them, or
it'll be them in the cartoon universe. It'll look just like them. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Everybody check that out. That sounds like a cool idea. What do you think, Alyssa?
Yeah.
That's a neat idea.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
To see yourself in the tune world.
And it's a great way to, like, if you want to give a gift, if you have a friend or a loved one that's like really into like horror films or really into the movies, you can buy a perk for them and put them in a movie, and then they can be in a movie forever on camera. So it's also a great gift. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And that's the Indiegogo?
Indiegogo, yes. Indiegogo,
Okay.
Terror Tunes 4. Yeah. One of the perks is literally you get decapitated on camera and you get to keep the head. You get to keep decapitated and you get to keep your own head.
Keep your own head, your own dead
Keep
head.
your own head. Yeah.
That gives a new
That's
meaning
cool.
to getting head, huh?
So.
Damn, this is all kinds of fun in this movie's business, I tell you. Joe. Indiegogo. That's what it's exactly called. Indiegogo. Indiegogo.com.
Yeah.
So very easy.
I don't know if it's Indiegogo. Yeah.
So don't forget the go part, right? It's not just indigo.com. It's
Indiegogo.
Go.
Indie. It's
Indiegogo.
like indie film, like indie independent. Indiegogo. Go. Not as in
Indiegogo.com.
Yeah.
All right. I got Alyssa writing all this stuff down, and we'll post all this after the show, and we'll post it in the comment box and all that, and try to get it out there for you. And sounds fun. I'm going to check out the Terror Tunes #1 that's available on Amazon Prime, you said?
Yes, it's on Amazon Prime right now. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And Terror Tunes 2 and 3, you can probably you have to order the DVD probably. They're not on stream, right?
That's right, the DVD and Blu-ray only. And also one of the perks for the Terror Tunes 4 Indiegogo campaign is the quadrilogy, which is all 4 movies in one box set.
Oh, wow.
So you can get all 4 if you're a real hardcore Terror Tunes fan. Yeah.
So is that like because of the 20th? Is it 20 years?
20 years.
Is
Next
that
year
why?
will be 20 years. Yeah, that's why.
That's very cool. Wow, you can get the whole set. It's like a box set, right?
It's a box set.
Very
It also includes Terror Tunes 1.5 and also a behind the tunes documentary about the making of the franchise.
Very cool. Well, Joe, you're a very awesome person, very hard worker. I know you're tired. You've been working a lot. Thank you for still coming on the show. That means a lot to us.
Absolutely.
And,
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I hope you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I hope everybody has an amazing Halloween, amazing safe Halloween, and an amazing holiday season. And yeah, be safe out there. Yeah.
And do us a favor when you're ready, when your Terror Tunes 4 is ready, and your other movies, let us know so we could post it and spread the word on our side too.
I would appreciate that very much. And I appreciate you taking an interest in my work and taking the time to talk with me and put me on the show today. It means a lot.
Well, I've noticed you for a long time. I apologize for not getting you on, but sometimes not that there's so much going on, and I didn't forget about you. I've been watching your work for a while, and I didn't forget about you.
Well,
you're a friend of the.
It's always an honor and a privilege to be recognized and to be a part of any form of entertainment, and to be asked to be on someone's show or be a part of someone's project. It means the world to me.
Very cool. Well, you know what? You have yourself a good Halloween. That's right up your alley. You like all that scary shit and all that gore and guts and all that.
Yeah.
You have a safe Halloween and keep trucking along in Hollywood and making those good flicks.
Thank you very much. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful rest of your day. We'll talk to you real soon. Happy Halloween.
All right,
Happy
Joe.
Halloween.
You take it easy.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
That was Joe Castro. And Joe has to. There he goes. I'm glad people are finding a way. They got to check themselves out, So I know you're into that stuff, huh, Alyssa?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like it too a little bit, but I don't know. I don't, I don't know. I like it, but like when the gore and shit gets really heavy duty, it's pretty, I don't know. I'll look away a little bit because I won't want to see it sometimes.
Oh, no. Not me. I like zoom in.
Oh, man.
It's funny because I like it more if it's real, like in real life.
So you
were a big fan of those pictures, I see.
Yeah.
You like that stuff?
Those are cool. Yeah, those are cool.
I like that stuff. I don't know about all that shit. Like when it happens for real, you like to look at that?
Oh yeah. If someone were to say someone broke their arm.
Yeah.
The whole just bending, you see the thing bent, that I don't like. I don't like to see a broken bone, like a tweaked arm. But if the bone was sticking out, I'm there. I'm there looking at it oh, let me see. Yeah.
So if a broken arm is just broken, you don't like it. But if it's a broken arm and the bone's sticking out, you're good for that.
And the skin's broken and it's blood and muscle everywhere. Yeah.
So the more pain is what you're into. When the person's in more pain, so it's actually
the gorier the better.
The bones have to be protruding out of the skin, and the face has to be tore off.
Yep.
I wonder what happened to that one dude. Remember that picture he showed, and that the person didn't have a face. They were in the operating room.
Oh, it was all just his muscles and
you think it was burnt or something?
Gone?
Or
I don't know. I didn't get to look really into it, but yeah.
That was funny. That's
cool.
That's gross. There's no face. There was no face at all.
There's no skin.
There's no skin. Oh man, that's bad. I can't deal with that shit.
I like it.
That's an instant softie right there. That's what that is. Oh my goodness. So I guess we're all back together, huh? Except for Eddie. Eddie is gone again.
Don't respond yet?
Nope.
I'll text him and see what's going on.
Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
He's trying to turn on his new phone right now. All upset.
He didn't get nothing. He didn't get no phone.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he's not here.
So
he doesn't want to come fess up.
Are you going to do the Halloween thing this year, or?
No, I don't have anywhere to go. My cousin's having a party, but I can't put a costume together in 2 days or whatever. No, I have to work, and I like to go all out and dress up.
So just for that reason, you're not doing it because you don't have time.
No. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to pass out candy?
I'm probably going to go away this weekend anyway. So.
Oh, so you're just not going to be anywhere. You're going to have nothing to do with Halloween, huh? Pass out candy, nothing, huh? Damn.
Well, you know what? Even before the whole pandemic and stuff, I'd be here at home and I would not get a single trick-or-treater. I've lived here 6.5 years, and I've only had one trick-or-treater, and that was because it was my friend who used to live here, and she sent her daughter over. And other than that, I've never had no one comes to my door. It's weird.
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about it then.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because I live in a gated community. But you would think, all the kids in the complex would go to the different houses.
Yeah, it's like it's gated, so you think, let's go through here. It's safe.
Maybe they're too late to go upstairs. I have no idea.
Oh well. Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that.
I used to go to my mom. I used to go to my mom's and hand out candy. Last year, I went to my sister-in-law's. That was it.
Okay, so what's up with your friend Jerry?
He's saying what on a Tuesday? Yes, on a Tuesday. It's Halloween.
Yeah, I put a post up. I guess Jerry's not a real true fan, I guess.
I don't know, but you know what, Jerry? We've been on since 10:30, and you didn't come on till 11, so I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe it's that foot. It's got gangrene or something. maybe
that was the,
hey, maybe
that was him in that picture.
Yeah, you got rigor mortis of the foot. Oh man. Hey, that's what Jerry should do for Halloween. He should just wear some thong sandals and just sit out on the front. Yeah, just sit out on the front porch and let all the kids see him and scream. see those bad feet.
See his toes.
Oh man, how did the nail? Is it just hereditary, or how does the nail, an ingrown toenail, how does it grow into? It kind of curves into the skin, right?
Yeah, it curves into the skin, and it could be maybe tight shoes.
So Jerry's wearing, like, he wears maybe a size 10 and he's wearing a size 7 or something.
I don't know, but you'd think you'd want to wear bigger shoes because of the whole theory of the bigger the foot.
Yeah, that's what I would think. Even if you wear a size 7, wear a 12, 13. That's right.
Yeah. You wear a size 7 and you're walking around with a size 14 shoe.
All bent at the toe and everything. Yeah, that's I don't know how you get that. I guess, is it just from that, or is there other things?
I don't know. You know what? I had one. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but I had one before during Halloween. And I don't know how I got it. I don't know if it was from wearing, tennis shoes. I have no idea.
And
I've never had one since.
It curves in the front. I thought it curved on the sides and dug
on
in
the sides. Yeah, on the sides, like the top side,
like this,
the corner.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So not the front. It doesn't curve underneath, under the tip of the toe.
Not where it grows. Not this part. It's like over here.
All right.
I
see that.
Yeah. I didn't mean to. Yeah, it's not the top part. It's like over here that grows inside the skin here. But that's why they say to just cut your toenails straight. Don't cut them. You know how some people like to angle them? I don't know.
Angle them? What do you angle it for? Like cut designs or what?
No, they just kind of like curve it on the side. Like file it so it's round.
Oh, maybe Jerry files his toes. Maybe that's
I don't know.
What's going on. Jerry, do you file your toenails or what? Oh my
He's not talking now.
Yeah, his probably feelings are hurt. Talking about his bad feet. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Alyssa can answer this. How come a lot of women think these slasher icons like Jason and Michael Myers and who else is there? Freddy, that they're hot? Why is that? Sometimes I hear chicks say that and go, man, he's like that's my boyfriend, or he's hot, and it's like, yeah, but okay, but he'd kill your ass if you were together. You know that, right?
Right.
Right. Why do women say that? I don't know if you've ever heard that, but I've heard that a lot.
I haven't. No, I haven't heard it at all.
Never.
I've never heard that.
Alberto, have you ever heard that?
They're indestructible. No. They're macho. I don't know.
I say women are stupid.
Thanks.
Damn. Oh man. Well, that's totally off the subject, but I guess it's the fact that they're popular. I think maybe they're popular and they're famous and maybe what you said too a little bit. I guess they're indestructible, but I guess they don't think that part of what happened when they go to bed together, or when they may not even make it to bed together.
Women are famous for ignoring the red flags in a relationship.
Yeah, even
So
the
there
big
you
ones.
go.
They're
Big red
stupid.
flags.
I don't know if they're stupid. Men are stupid too when the vagina comes around. But that's why we say, you know what? Well, I better not say, because there's a lot of people that are in love, right?
Mhm.
And then there's a lot of people who don't want to be in love, but they want to play. So for the people that want to play, you just say, you don't take it as seriously, because maybe you took it seriously before and maybe you got shit on or what have you. So
You're
it's okay.
heartbroken.
Yeah, you got heartbroken or what have you. And it's okay to treat a dating thing like, hey, I'm just dating. That's it. I'm not going to get hooked up. If I get some ass, I get some ass, whatever. It's just the way it is. Now, a lot of people will think that's bad, but it's really not. If that's, there's nothing wrong with going that route. And there's nothing wrong with going after love too.
Right.
So because there's a lot of hatred towards that. Well, wow, that person's mean. They're out there to hurt somebody, and it's not they're trying to hurt. That's why there's dating. You go and you date. That doesn't mean you gotta be you gotta be hooked in, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel.
And especially if you communicate that, like, I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want, friends with benefits or booty call every once in a while. If you communicate that with the other person, then that's fine.
Just date. Whatever happened to that old school? We're just dating. That now it turned into, well, you got to let them know that, hey, it's just a booty call, or it's just this, or hey, benefits. It used to be called, you're dating. You're not my girlfriend. You're not my wife. You're just dating. Hey, you want to go out next week? And if you fuck, you fuck. If you don't, you don't. If you have dinner, you have dinner. If you don't, you don't. If you just go have fun. That's what I remember, just dating. Now it's got all these stuff that you have to say, well, hey, wait a minute. This is what I want. I think when you go on a date, because you never know, it might turn into something more serious.
Right.
It may, right? You could go into a dating thing thinking, no, I'm just going to date. I do like her or him, and just do your thing and end up liking this person. So
falling in love.
So I don't even think. Imagine if you ended up with somebody you fell in love with, that you dated, and you sat her down and go, "Hey, look, I just want a relationship. I just want a booty call relationship," and she's cool with it, because you don't think nothing's going to come of it. And then say it goes on for a couple of years, and you end up falling in love and get married. And then how did you all meet? Well, we started dating. It was just a booty call. She was my booty call. That was all I wanted. But then, I grew on her, or she grew on me.
She grew on me like a tumor.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Would be kind of hard to. I don't even think I would say that. I would just say, "Oh, we started dating," because that wouldn't sound right, right? I don't think a girl would want a guy to say, "Well, we started out as a booty call couple, and then we fell in love." I mean, unless it would be okay. Would you be okay if your guy, you guys went to your parents or something, and that's how they asked, "How did you guys meet?" And your boyfriend just came out and said that? Would you be okay with that?
We met on Plenty of Fish. We met on Tinder. We met.
Yeah, where it's basically, we were just getting it on, and things kind of happened.
I think a lot of people probably clean up the story a little bit. It's like, oh, well, we started dating, and then we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and then
yeah,
type thing. Make it more innocent than it actually was.
So I think the dating is more safer. When you say, I just want to date. I don't know if there's plenty. What's Plenty of Fish? Is that a dating site?
Yeah.
Fish are the women?
Those are the only two I know. No, the women and the men. It's kind of like a Tinder thing. But I think it's more for relationships, not just booty calls. Tinder's more like for booty calls, let's see who's in your area.
Oh, I thought I thought Plenty of Fish was the women because the fish, vagina. That's what I thought. But there's a
No.
man. They're
There's
man
plenty
fish
of
too.
fish in the sea. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not really educated on that. I guess I thought it was a
Just
woman.
don't get a bottom crawler.
Oh no! What does that mean? Is that a bad?
Like the shrimp and lobster, they just say they're the grossest seafood out there because they're on the bottom and they eat all the shit from the ocean.
they just lay there, huh? Oh my gosh, too much. So you don't think Michael Myers or Jason or Freddy are hot dudes?
Mm-mm.
Not at all.
Never thought of that. Never thought of it. Mm-mm.
Let's just say they had a good side to them. Would you date one?
I don't think so.
Like, say that they're not all bad. Like they could kill, but they're also really sweet if they're treated right.
Like when Michael Myers does that whole.
Yeah, like he could be
like
real.
He like doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Do I kill you? Do I be nice to you?
Yeah. But you know, it's an actual person that can talk and can be romantic and take you out and do all this. But you know, somewhere in there, he's not all right, and he has killed before. But with the right person, he would be a gentleman and do right by you.
I wouldn't. Not my thing.
Because he might kill you, or what do you mean not your thing?
Yeah, man, I have to sleep with one eye open.
Okay, well, what about those chicks that cut off the guys' dicks and stuff like that? What about that? We have to put up with that if we really like her.
Who, Lorena Bobbitt?
Yeah, somebody is dating her, or did they marry? Somebody must be with her today, right? I gotta imagine somebody's gonna say, fuck it, I'll date her, fuck it, or whatever, you know. Maybe even married her.
Right.
Could you imagine that guy when he goes to bed?
No.
Could you imagine? He probably does. He does never argue with her. I bet you that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, never go to sleep mad.
Yeah. Oh my god! Probably wears one of those things that they put the dick and balls in a little cage and lock it.
No.
Yeah, so she can't get to it. It's in a metal cage. Unless she got a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
A machete.
Too much. I don't know. So nobody's doing Halloween this year, right? You either, Alberto? You never pass out candy anyway, right?
Nope.
Do people come to your complex?
Nope.
Never? Have you ever had one?
Way back in the days, but not in the last 15 years.
Damn, that's crazy. Not even one, huh? I don't know if I am. I don't really want to. I mean, I can't see what everything. I mean, the way they say how everything is, I'm surprised that the parents would let their kids go out and do that. I mean,
right.
I know it's probably harmless, but you know, with the way it's said, you know, things are not good and everything. I don't see anybody going out, but I'm sure you're going to see people because some people just don't care, I guess.
They don't.
Just Lysol the candy, you'll be fine.
Well, it doesn't matter to me,
Halloween,
but I wouldn't take candy from somebody. I would give candy, but I wouldn't take. Yeah. That's me. I mean, you know, I wouldn't take because you don't know. This person is, you know, they don't, like Alberto says, they don't clean the candy or they just pull it out of the bag in their hand. Like, what if they're sick? What if
any other year, you don't know the person. You tell your kids that all the time. Don't take candy from strangers. Don't take candy from strangers. But yet on Halloween, let's go to all these strangers' houses and get all this candy.
Yeah.
You don't know where they are. You don't know who they are. You know, I just saw an article the other day. They did a trunk or treat where they decorate the back of their trunks and they hand out candy, and one kid got drugs. And it's like, you don't know who these people are. You know, I always say that, like every year, you know, like here we are on Halloween, parents taking their children to strangers' houses. And, you know, it's like a lot of parents take them to the good neighborhood because they want the big candy and the, you know, the full-size candy.
Yeah.
So obviously you're taking your kid to a neighborhood that you don't even know for candy. Like I used to tell my kids, "Can I just buy you a bag of candy?"
That's
You
because you
know.
just didn't want to go out. That's why.
Exactly. I was lazy.
You didn't want to
But
go
we
out and
did.
do it.
Yep, we did it.
Okay, but I'm not talking
And
about
and
somebody.
I was guilty. I was guilty of taking my kids to the good neighborhood.
Because you wanted the big candy bars.
Hmm.
You wanted the big stuff.
Yeah, the full size candy bars, a big bag of popcorn.
Yep. I'm sure you dressed up too,
No,
going to get the full size bars and all that stuff.
no. Uh-uh.
Okay, my whole point of this is not about somebody giving. That's always been a thing. Like, hey, be careful, check your candies and all that. But I'm just talking about if somebody's sick, okay? And I know people have been sick in the past, and you can get the flu or you can get a cold or whatever. But from what's going on right now, whether this thing is dangerous or not, I don't know. But is it worth taking a chance for because of that? Not as much as, hey, if you catch a cold because say somebody's got a cold and they're just not they don't think, they rub their nose or blow their nose and then, oh, it's time to get the candy. And they pull the candy out with their hand in the bucket and then they pass it out. And to say, the kid gets sick from it or what have you. It's just a cold. It only lasts, about 3-5 days?
Yeah.
What if something happens like that and they're sick with whatever's going around these days and, and they get sick from that? That's what I'm talking. I mean, is that worth it? Or, I mean, just the thought of it. I mean, if you're a parent, you're like, you know what, let's just wait. We'll skip Halloween this year. I'll buy you, like Alyssa says, I'll buy you a bag of candy or whatever, whatever candies you want. And that's the way I think. I mean, I don't know. I just don't want to chance it. I believe, hey, you take care of yourself and everything and you'll be okay. But I wouldn't chance it. That's just me. I wouldn't chance it. Like, even if I would hand out candy, I'm smart enough to know, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure my hands are clean, the candy's clean, go through all that. That's what I would do. But not everybody is like that. Not everybody would do that. And it just takes one bad, you never know.
My Nina, my godmother who lives up in Bakersfield, she says they're doing the trunk or treat thing. And they're blocking off the driveway because my cousin has a big driveway. They're blocking the driveway off so no one else can come in, and it's going to be just them. Not a lot of cars, because it's just them, but at least they're doing something with people they know, and they know those people are not sick, and so something like that is is good. If you're doing it with people and they're not sick, and but I don't know about going to the neighborhood.
Yeah, I think this year is a good year to skip. And, see what happens next year.
A lot of stuff.
I mean, it's still cool to decorate and all that stuff if you want to decorate, but as far as doing the candy thing and all that, I think it's a good idea to wait. And, there's going to be a Halloween next year and the year after and so on and so on. So just because you miss one doesn't mean you're gonna fucking... You're going to shrivel up and die. Yeah, you'll be just fine. Gosh. Okay, hey, have you guys watched Halloween movies?
Like
Halloween, Friday 13th.
Horror movies.
Like scary movies, I guess. Horror movies.
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever seen a horror movie? Can I even read like this? Any horror movies that had bloopers in them? And we're able to catch them on your own.
I see bloopers all the time, and I'll point them out. Oh, look! That glass was just full, and look, now it's empty. Or look, this is here, and now it's not there. I always find them. I don't know why. I always find bloopers, but I can't remember in a horror movie. I probably have.
Well, we're talking about horror movies because it's Halloween week. So do you know any from any horror movies or?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Nothing? Alberto?
Nope.
Like I just saw a blooper the other day and I can't even remember what show it was on. Was it Schitt's Creek? I can't remember.
Schitt's Creek. What is that?
Oh my gosh, that's a funny movie. It's a show on Netflix with
Called
Dan
Schitt's
Levy.
Creek?
Uh-huh.
Like shit?
It's SCHITTS.
Schitt's Creek. Okay.
And that's the name of the town. And it's the guy from American Pie, the dad with the big eyebrows. What's his name? Dan Levy. It's him and his son have co-created this show. It is the funniest show. I mean, it's 6 seasons, and we watched all 6 as soon as, it's 6 seasons and it's done.
And it's not horror.
They just finished it. It's not horror, no. It's funny, though. It's a funny show.
So if anybody wants to watch a funny show during Halloween, look up Schitt's Creek.
Sorry.
It's on Netflix?
Netflix. Yeah.
Schitt's Creek. And shit is the name of the town.
It's this rich family that ends up losing all their money and have to move to this hotel in Schitt's Creek. And they end up living in a motel. It's not a hotel. It's like a motel.
Is it a real city named Schitt's? Is that a real city?
I don't think so.
No. Well, I got some bloopers for you. I'm going to read for you. Since
okay.
The only thing that Alyssa could come up with was Schitt's Creek. Unless you
and I don't even remember the blooper. I just remember going, "Oh my God, look it! That's a blooper."
Okay, this is from the movie Halloween, the original one, the one Alberto really likes. Okay, the 1978 one. I guess their bloopers are mistakes. I guess the same thing, right?
Right.
You consider a mistake a blooper? Is that safe to say? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So we'll just say they're bloopers / mistakes. Okay. This is from Halloween 1, the very first one. And I'll read a few and you tell me if you remember these, okay? And if not, when you watch it again, you'll be looking out for it. Okay. You remember Tommy, the little boy Tommy?
Mm-hmm.
He's the little boy, right? Okay, when Tommy is being picked on by the school bullies, I think this is at the beginning of the film, right? Remember when he's coming out of school and he has the pumpkin and he's trying to go away and those bullies start picking on him? He falls down with the pumpkin. You can see where the pumpkin is already split before it hits the ground and is smashed. So do you remember when he fell down when the pumpkin smashed on the ground? The bullies were, I guess he had his pumpkin. He was going to take it home and they were pushing him around and he dropped his pumpkin. I guess if you look, I didn't notice this either, but apparently there's already a slit down probably so to make sure it broke. It wouldn't be very good if it didn't break. Let me see. Okay. In 2000, a limited edition of Halloween was released with 12 extra minutes of footage filmed during the making of Halloween 2 in 1981. In order to air Halloween on TV, they needed to remove and add. They needed to remove and add certain scenes. In the original 1978 version, Dr. Loomis tells Sheriff Brackett, "I watched him for 15 years, sitting in a room, staring at a wall, not seeing the wall, looking past the wall, looking at the night, inhumanely patient." In the extended version, you'll see Dr. Loomis visit Michael in his room, and he's staring out of a window, not a wall. I think I remember that. He was looking out a window, huh? When he was in the asylum center or whatever he was in, they did show him do that. Okay, let's just do a couple more. Let me see. When Annie and Lori leave the hardware store to go for their babysitting jobs, it is broad daylight. When they reach the houses, apparently just a few blocks away, it's already dark. Okay. Let me see.
There's nothing scary during the day.
Exactly. In the scene when Michael is carrying Annie's body into the house, her head is on the left side of his body. After they show Tommy looking out the window, they cut back to Michael, and suddenly Annie's head is on the right side of his body. Is that when he kills her in the car, and the little kids are looking out the window?
Bringing her inside, yeah.
He's carrying her. Okay. Well, see, this is those things you can watch now. Let's try this one. This one looks pretty good. We see Michael wearing the mask throughout the day, from morning at the Myers house to midday outside Lori's school, to afternoon when Tommy is leaving school. Yet when Lori and Annie see the sheriff in front of the hardware store on the way to their babysitting jobs, presumably in the late afternoon or early evening, the store's alarm is still ringing, and the sheriff mentions that one of the items stolen was a Halloween mask. What is it? Oh, because he was wearing the mask already. They showed him, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so then the sheriff said, "Oh, there was a mask." They're thinking pretty hard into this, huh?
I know. I'm like, wow.
Okay, here's an easy one. Even though the story is set in Haddonfield, Illinois, all the cars have California license plates. I never noticed.
Oh,
Never noticed
I
that.
never
That's a
noticed
good
either.
one. When Lori is walking home, the sidewalk instantly goes from wet to dry. Okay, here's one I don't see on here, but I heard, and I think if you watch the original, on one of the scenes, I think it's where, remember when he's hiding behind a bush, and is it Lori? She sees something, and then she tells her friend, and they look up, and there's nobody there. And she's all, okay, I'm going to go look around the bush. And she's all, no, don't go look, because she just saw Michael Myers back there. Well, apparently there's behind them, on a house kind of in the distance, far away. The camera crew is there with the boom microphones and everything. For like maybe 2 seconds, you can catch them. And apparently they didn't tell them they were shooting that scene. So they had shot a scene over there at that house, and they just hadn't got out of the way. But it got it got put in the original movie, so it's still there. So if you go watch it, when you see that scene, because they're watching what seeing her going to Michael Myers. Nobody's looking in the distance. But if you ever look in the distance, you'll see the film crew on the porch of a house, like across the street or something. And they got their boom mics and all, all this shit they do to film. So that was something that I saw, but I saw it on a TV show where they were showing that. And when I saw the movie, I looked and I go, oh, no shit. I never noticed it.
Right.
So that's something you could look for. I was wishing you guys saw something you could share, but I guess
I've seen the shadow of the boom, like how my arm, I've seen a shadow, and I've seen it like come up the top, like it goes like that and it goes back up. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But most of the stuff is like, like the glass is full and then all of a sudden it's not, or it's there and then it's not, or like someone has like a necklace on and then they don't have a necklace on, stuff like that. That's usually the stuff I see.
I gotcha. Nothing for you, Alberto?
One that I saw, if you know that Resident Evil franchise?
Yes.
Okay, the one where they go to Vegas. So they're out in the desert and, humanity's been wiped out. And they're shooting a scene, and way out in the distance, you can see the freeway and cars driving on the freeway. You gotta look for that. Okay,
say that again.
They're in the desert and humanity's been wiped out, but then they're doing a shot. I think it was just two actors. I think it's Ali Larder and whatever the lead guy. And you can see the freeway way out in the distance, and you see traffic on the freeway. Like it's probably the 15. People are heading to Vegas for real.
Right. But humanity's not there.
Yeah.
I got you.
The cars are driving themselves.
I got you. There's a lot of action going on. But
yeah. It's like the end of the world, but then, oh wait, there's people driving on the freeway.
Oh man. Well, hey, I'm gonna have to. I never saw Resident Evil. Is it scary? I've never seen it. I've heard of it. There's like it's like different parts, right? Like part 1, part 2.
I think it's part 3.
Is it good or what?
It's interesting. It's it keeps you in suspense, and you got different scare scenes.
Do you what okay, if there's one Halloween movie you could recommend, what would it be? I guess something that's scary. It's good. What one would you recommend to somebody?
I'd recommend going to the Adventures of the M25 show and watching Will on the stripper pole. Nothing is scarier than that.
Yeah, that is pretty scary. Okay. Alyssa, did you see that? Did you watch that one?
I haven't seen that one.
I
I'm gonna
thought
have
you
to go
like
look at it now.
You like all that gross shit, don't you?
Alyssa hasn't seen it, but I had to live through it. So
Yeah, we had to see it live. We saw it live in
Oh.
action.
You can't unsee that.
No, and he was happy as could be too, huh? Getting that free room.
Oh God.
he didn't even
Yeah,
get a
he
free
could-
room. He got the sofa.
Oh well, he didn't have to pay. He didn't have to pay, right? Oh, well, that's a whole. We're not going to go back to that massacre. All right, Alyssa, what do you got? What do you got? A movie to?
I say the one movie that scared me, just the original Halloween.
That's the one you recommend?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, only because that scares me. You know.
All right. How about Halloween
What
2?
about you? No, the original Halloween.
You didn't like Halloween 2?
I don't know why. Yeah, I mean, I like it, but I mean, for me, I don't know why it's, and sometimes I like watch it and I'm like, why was I so scared?
So it doesn't
Yeah,
scare
but-
you now.
A little, but not as much as it did, originally.
Okay, so Halloween, that's
But
your
that's like,
go-to?
yeah, that's, I mean, the only one I can think of. Like all the other ones nowadays are like,
Yeah, kind of just all straight to the point, huh?
mm-hmm.
Stab him in the stomach and just get rid of him. move
Kill
on.
them and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess Halloweens are good. I'm trying to think. You know what I watched the other day that I watched when it did come out was Last House on the Left. And
Mhm.
I know there was an original, I think in the 70s.
I've seen the original. I think haven't sat down to see them like beginning to end, but I've seen parts of it. I think the original was on IFC,
I think
Independent Film Channel, and then I know they remade it a few years ago.
do
And
you remember
I'm not
both
sure
of
if I've
them?
seen the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, I remember most of the plot.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the remake, the one I think it was in 2006 or something like. It was around that time, and it was actually not too bad. It was pretty good. I mean, I think the original was better, but it was just more updated, is what it was. So, if you never saw the original, then you would probably like the remake. The only thing that was kind of corny was that the ending. Did you remember the ending?
No, you have to remind me.
Okay, well,
Well,
the guy, the leader, the brother.
And spoiler alerts, people.
Yeah, it's a spoiler. It's been out for fucking years. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, too bad.
Still, we will get somebody who'll complain.
Okay, so if you
Yeah,
haven't seen the 1973 film, I'm sorry if I talk about that and spoil anything for you, but I'm going to talk about the 2006 film, and I'm going to talk about the ending of the 2006 film. So if you don't want to hear it, go away.
Mute your computer.
Mute us or go to the bathroom. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you fast forward 10 minutes.
Okay, so now can I continue?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you remember that the brother, he had like his own little posse, his gang. It was the brother. It was 3 brothers and a girl that was the girlfriend of one of the brothers. Do you remember that? How they
The
were running,
villains, right?
the villains. Apparently they done something where they either killed somebody in a bank robbery and they were on the run, right? So anyway,
Yeah.
that's the bad guys of the show, and then they do whatever to this family. And we'll fast forward all the way to the end, and the good people win in the end. And there's only one person left, the leader of the bad villains, the older brother, and the dad of the good family. He's a doctor, so I guess what I saw is the guy was knocked out. He did something to him to make him paralyzed. You see him making an incision in somebody, you don't know who it is. But once you see when at the end they show the brother wake up, and he's looking around and he sees the doctor and he's all, "What's the matter? I can't feel my body." He's all, "That's because you're paralyzed." So I put two together that when he was knocked out, he went inside him and he cut something to paralyze him. So what he does is he picks him up by his head and he has a microwave sitting there and he puts his head in the microwave with the door open and he turns it on and then he starts walking away and you see the microwave burning his head.
The head turning.
Yeah.
It wasn't turning.
No,
it was-
no,
it was
he just sticks
sparking.
it in, and
Oh.
I thought the movie was really good for a remake and everything until that end. And I was like, what the?
A microwave won't work with the door open.
No.
Yeah, that's what I
That
thought.
would be me. That'd be like, they didn't close the door. How's it working?
But I understand that was a good thing with the doctor, how he paralyzed him, but then he has to put his head in a microwave, and then it ends and it shows the house and everything with music playing. And it's like, oh man, you guys just ruined the movie.
Yeah, the remake. Well, the original was they said it was much more horrific. I mean, and I think really in the original they really ramped up the violence, and they had to tone it down from the remake. And I think in the original, the daughter actually dies. They flat out kill her. I don't remember if she actually lives through it.
Yeah,
Because then the gang
they got her pretty
ga-
good, right? They raped her and beat her up, and
and
in
in
the
the
original,
original,
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, her and her friend. They
yeah,
go.
they did a number. Yeah,
They're hiding in an apartment, and I think one of the guys tricks them. Man, we got drugs for you too. And so they kidnap him from the apartment. They're on the run, and they go to the woods where the house is, and they kill the friend. And then the girl runs away. And I'm sure in the remake, there's the one guy in the gang. He's kind of the nice guy.
yeah.
He really doesn't want to. He really doesn't want to do it.
The young brother. Yeah, he actually lives. So he lives.
He's the one who confesses to the parents. Yeah, oh, this is what we did.
Well,
Although in the remake, I think she washes up alive or something. She makes it home. But
yeah,
she's like
she
really
makes it.
beat up.
Yeah, but they find out before. I think that kid, the good kid that's had a heart.
Yeah.
When he left her necklace on the table, because I guess when the guy raped her, he pulled the necklace off and threw it at the kid. The kid wouldn't rape her.
Because I think in the original, her and the friend makes a run for it, and then the three of them, the three real baddies, go after the friend, and the girl convinces the good guy, come help me escape, and they try to make a run for it, and then they capture, they get up to the friend, I think they gut her, they slice her and pull her intestines out, and then they go and they find the other two, and that's when they rape the daughter, and then I think she goes into the lake and they just shoot her. And in the remake, I think she's on the run, remember, and then she jumps and she's a good swimmer, so she's trying to outswim it, and then they get her.
Yeah, they get her at the very end.
And we think she's dead, but she's not really.
Yeah, anyway, it was good. It's just they fucked up the ending.
Yeah.
With all that good stuff,
I think
and then they do that.
Watch the original. I think they just straight up kill him.
Yeah, I think the original was more straight to the point. Just it was no corny shit. It was straight up, looked like something that was happening in your backyard. It was kind of scary, that like crazies out there.
I think the mom bites the dick off one of the guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the original. Alyssa, you
it,
might like this one. She lures him to try to be friendly with him. Is that how that works?
Yeah, she tries to seduce him. Oh, you're so sexy. Let me suck your dick, and then she
rips that thing off.
Once they figure out, they killed.
Okay, wait a minute. That's the movie I recommend for the scariest Halloween movie right there. Now that you reminded me that the guy's dick got ripped off by a chick's mouth. Scariest movie ever. Right there, people.
You can't get scarier than that for Steve.
Hell no. God, could you imagine that?
Man.
Being in ecstasy for the girl from having that done by a woman, and then all of a sudden
And she waits until you're ready to blow.
Oh no, that's
Oh,
just
man.
bad. Anyway, the last house on the left. There's the two versions: the 1970 something, 73,
Yeah.
and then there's
Maybe
a remake.
60s. I don't know.
Huh?
Oh wow.
Maybe it's late 60s too.
Oh,
I forget.
maybe I thought it was. I don't know. I think it's the 70s. But anyway, you should check. Listen, you might like that if you like those. There's not much of like
The jump.
gore. It's more
Yeah.
of it's like intense. It's that old. It's that old
Yeah.
shit. It's that old kind of thriller movies. It's kind of crazy because of what they do to these girls. But it's pretty. It was all right. It was back in that time. It was considered the movie. I think.
Mm.
1972.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I
Almost as old as
I
me.
heard stuff that they had to have doctors in the audience because people were passing out in the theater.
Oh wow.
well,
Let me
shit, I
see,
would have passed out too if I saw somebody's dick get bit off. Fuck, I'd pass out right now thinking about it. Shit.
Oh. Okay, so have you guys seen the Human Centipede?
Oh boy.
The Human Centipede.
Jerry says that. You haven't seen that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was.
You know what? My kids loved it when they were little, which is odd.
It's scary.
I watched it
It's
until
gross.
the shitting in the mouth thing, and then I go, you know what?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done.
So,
Shitting in the
I'm
mouth.
there's this doctor, that
Yeah,
treats people, and he makes them a human centipede. He basically like stitches they stitch their mouth on someone's ass, and it's like this
So-
is the ass, this is the face, and it goes on and on and on. A big
Well,
line of people.
Well, no, the original was just 3. I think there's
Oh,
the
is it?
one in Nevada, and that the guy he gets like 100 people or whatever, just like
Yeah.
a big old line.
And he feeds the first person. So the first person is just eating and eating and eating and eating, while the second person is attached to their ass. So when they eat, then of course, you got to go to the bathroom. And where do you go to the bathroom? The next person's mouth. It's kind of gross.
That's the kind of stuff you guys are into.
I said I watched it until that point, and then I had enough.
Did they show
I
that?
don't know. My kids,
Whoa.
like, well, they're like this.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not gonna.
And you see them going like that.
Because
Whoa.
it was the one guy and then the 2 girls, and then so he puts the guy in the front, and then there's that one girl who tries to escape, so he makes her the middle because he tried it on dogs, and apparently the middle dog suffered the most, and then he puts the other friend at the end. So the girl in the middle has her mouth attached to the guy's ass, and then the friend's mouth attached to her ass.
Okay, so the guy was the one eating, and when he had to go to the restroom, it
Yeah.
went in the middle girl. So the middle girl,
Yeah.
right? Well, did they show
Yeah.
the guy like saying, "Oh no, I'm sorry, but I gotta go to the
Yeah.
bathroom," or
Mhm.
was he like saying, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, I gotta do it"?
He's trying to hold it in because he knows what's going to happen, and then he finally goes, and then that's when the dog, yes, feed her, and I go, that's enough. Click. I go, I'm not going to go any farther here. I saw the whole thing when he captured them and when he put them in surgery and all that, and even in the beginning when they're all crawling around. Because another thing, he cuts, I think, like their leg tendons or something, so they can't stand up, so they have to crawl.
What kind of
Like a
sick shit are you guys watching? Is this a Jerry
I
special
don't know
or what?
why.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Jerry's favorite movie.
So what was
I don't
the
even know. It
girl?
might be on Netflix. Who knows?
What was the last girl doing when the second girl was eating?
Being afraid.
There's nothing you can do.
Did she have to
Nothing.
eat too later, or did she eat too, or no? Or did they show that?
They didn't show that part.
Did the middle girl have to go to the restroom, and then the back end girl had to?
Like
It's been a long
I
time since
checked out.
I've seen it, but yeah.
So did the doctor force the guy to eat because he knew he had to go to the bathroom, or he
Mhm.
was just feeding him because he was hungry?
He ate because he was hungry. I mean,
Yeah, they starved him.
Oh, but did the doctor know that, hey, this is going to happen? So he made him starve and then. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's the whole point
Well, no,
of it. The
I don't think he started him. The guy was just hungry, and he ate just because he's hungry, and then
God, that is some sick shit right there.
I don't know who
I don't
decides
know
to make this
who,
movie.
yeah,
So
who wrote
Alyssa,
it, who directed it. I have no idea.
So Alyssa, you liked it.
My kids liked it. I don't know why. They thought it was the funniest thing. I'm like, what the hell? You guys are demented.
So
Worse
they
than your
actually,
mother.
so they actually show him sewing the mouth onto the butthole.
No, it's just like, it's kind of hard. It's kind of like this is, I guess, the butt. Oh wait, how am I? Like this,
Yeah.
and you just see the person like this. You know,
But you
like
don't
their
see
mouth.
him.
But
You don't see him-
I think
you don't see
they
him
put
sticking it?
they put bandages around, so
Mhm.
I mean it's not. I
not
don't
just
think
the
the thing. Yeah,
skin.
But do they show like him putting stitches to stitch the mouth together to the ass, or they just show it like that?
There's there's a scene when he's connecting them, but it's not.
Yeah.
What is he
I
connecting them with?
didn't find that as graphic. They didn't really make it that
Right.
graphic. I mean, they mainly let you use your imagination,
So what do you think
which
he
makes it
did?
worse.
Super glued them, stitched them.
No,
What do
he
you-
stitched them.
Oh, so
he
he
had to like cut them up and open up the
Yeah.
whole cheeks and all that, and then stitch. And then
so they didn't have no. They didn't have no lips.
no, except the guy in the front because his mouth was open.
Right. He had to eat.
Well, he
Wow.
had nothing to be attached to, so he could actually talk and.
Okay, I got one more question
And
about this.
eat.
When the guy when he finally had to go poop,
Mhm.
like when he said,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to hold it, but I can't. When he finally let go, was it like fucking crazy sounding? Like when you when you got a tummy ache or something? I'm just curious.
Like I said, I checked out at that point.
Okay,
Alyssa,
so here, let's
You can find scenes online.
Well,
yeah, look.
Oh no, other way.
oh wait a minute, hold on. Let me blow this up, Alyssa. Not that I'm into this.
That's the bandages. See her.
Yeah, she's buried in the butt. Okay,
Yeah.
that looks like Pornhub stuff right there.
You're sickened by that, but this is the man who
Well,
saw a
I
woman
like
eat a
that.
sperm omelet.
I like that
Right?
stuff. Hey, I like that stuff until there's poop going on. Then I I would get turned off.
Hey, that was my feelings too.
I would have. Hey, I think a sperm omelet, those things is a lot better than watching a girl get a guy's
actual, like,
bowel movement.
oh, here.
Did the guy at least start crying when he was pooping? What the hell?
It kind of looked like that.
That's
so
an animation, but that's kind of what he
animation,
did.
but that's the gist of it. That's what kind of they look like.
So they're all on all fours,
Yeah.
and there's a leader.
And
The leader has a head.
he would take them out in the yard like a dog, lead them around. They would all crawl, and then they're all connected to each other.
Yeah.
I don't know what sick bastard thought this up, but
Well, you know
Right.
what? Hey, you know what? I don't care what sick bastard made it up. I'm worried about the sick bastards that are watching it, like you two. That's what I'm worried about.
you know what? It was on Sci-Fi or something, and I started watching it, and
I don't
like how-
remember
I like-
why.
I like how Bruno says, yeah, that he takes him out in the yard and takes him out for a walk. What?
that was the doctor's
literally-
thing.
And then Alyssa showed me pictures of the girl's mouth and the guy's ass. It's like, oh, it looked like a porno shot.
You know what? Blame Jerry.
I
And
don't even
Jerry
Well,
says
there's
I
another
didn't even
movie
make it
called,
halfway.
it's called Teeth. Have you heard of that movie? Teeth?
What's a teeth?
Teeth, like your teeth.
Like- I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
What about is it
that's another one that's kind of off.
raunchy?
It's like almost like a B movie, but she's born with teeth in her vagina.
Oh no!
Yeah,
That's Steve's worst nightmare.
What are you doing, Alyssa?
Steve found a worse movie than Human Centipede.
Yeah, no, that's just a movie that should be just
I
banned.
just saw it on a streaming. I can't remember who was showing it. It was either Amazon or Netflix was showing it.
Like,
It was somewhere because I was flipping through, one of my streaming programs, and I was like, "They have this on here." It's not necessarily like a nasty. It's just weird to know that she's got teeth in her vagina.
does she hurt people on purpose, or does she like cut
No,
dicks off?
I
or
don't
what?
remember. It's been a long
The
time
teeth
since
have
I've
a
seen it. I
mind
think
of
I've
their
only
own?
seen it once.
So what? Well, what's the reason she has teeth there for? I mean,
She was born that way.
so she did. Can she have sex?
No. They come out
Well,
all
if
bleeding.
if you can pump real fast, maybe before you get the bite down.
She can. Well, because she control the like the teeth.
I
or-
can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember. I've only seen it once, and I was like, "This is freaking weird." Weirder than the centipede.
So you got a centipede movie where mouths are sewed onto asses, and then we got a movie about a girl that has teeth in her vagina.
Yes. Happy
Yeah.
Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, that's the two go-to movies for this year in 2020. What is it called? The Human Centipede, or the Human Centipede and
Yeah.
Teeth. Oh man, I don't know if I can watch that. I may have to watch that now just because you two sick fucks watch it.
Well, they say it's a comedy horror film. That's how Wikipedia
Yeah.
described it.
Do you think it's funny?
But I haven't seen it.
Got it. Oh, the
No.
teeth one?
Oh, the teeth.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
teeth is I'm talking about teeth.
What is the other one considered?
That's straight up
Yeah.
horror.
It's a straight
Yeah,
up
that's-
horror
Yeah.
for the demented.
Yes, the sick and demented.
So, Alyssa, what did you think when you saw the girl's mouth on the guy's ass? Did you think, what are they doing, or did you
I was like,
think?
"Oh my god, she's gonna eat shit right now."
Oh, so you already
And
knew
not
without
fall
even
down
knowing.
shit. Yeah.
So when
Well,
the guy
what
was
else is
eating,
gonna happen?
did he eat like a dog, or did he eat with his hands, or did he eat like out of a dog bowl, or what?
From what I remember, it was like a plate on the floor, and he ate like on his all fours like a dog. I can't
Well,
remember.
he's down off fours. I don't know if he used his hands to just grab off the dog food plate. But he was down on the floor on all fours because that's the only way he can be.
So how long did it take him before he had to go?
Not
A
long.
normal person.
Yeah.
So he was
Maybe later that day.
he was talking to the girl behind him saying, "I gotta go."
Yeah. Get ready.
Yeah.
You imagine,
Sorry.
imagine the conversation.
Well, it's one way. She can't talk. Her mouth is
Yeah.
all.
Was her eyeballs get real big? Was she going like this?
Yeah. She's scared. She knows what's coming.
Oh my god! So
The funny thing was, the funny thing was because he was Japanese, and the two girls were American. This happens in Germany, so I don't think she understood. But the doctor knew what was coming up, so he starts, celebrating, and I think that's when she starts getting scared.
So did she didn't throw up or nothing, or it just went down her
Or
pipe?
she
or her throat?
can't throw up, or she's going to shoot it right
Yeah.
back at the ass.
Oh man! So she swallowed it.
I'm telling you, this is
I
not.
don't-
It's not for the
Alyssa,
weak of
did-
heart. I checked out of the movie. I don't know. Not even Jerry. I think that's where he checked out too.
Yeah, he didn't get. Jerry only got halfway through the movie.
So, Alyssa, how far did you get?
I watched the whole thing, but I can't remember.
You can't
know?
remember a part like that?
You know what? I watched so many movies. I'm like, what happened then? What happened? I know I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times.
Alyssa,
My
so
kids thought it was the funniest movie.
How many movies have you seen where a girl's mouth is stitched to a guy's ass? I mean, okay, well, how can you forget? You act like unless you see a lot of movies like that.
Well,
Oh.
it's like one of those things. It's like you've seen it, but you kind of just don't try to remember it.
Is that a movie you don't recommend people to see?
Oh, yeah, they
Is
can
it-
watch it. It's just
Is it
you know
sick?
what's going to happen.
If you can handle it, go
Is
ahead.
it- Do you consider it sick, or do you consider it like funny, funny?
I thought it was gross. But and then you laugh because they can't go anywhere.
So what was the
I-
reason? What was the whole reason for this doctor or whoever this guy is to turn him into a centipede?
Because he wanted to.
He's crazy.
He just wanted to make a human centipede.
Yeah. Well, I think he explained he tried it with dogs, and his dog centipede died.
Oh, they didn't show that, did they?
I forget.
I
I
can't
don't think
remember.
so. Because I know she mentions it to the one girl who tried to escape. That's why he put her in the middle.
Oh man. Well, yeah, you know what? She probably would because her mouth's all messed up and her ass, right? Well, because her mouth's on the guys and
Well,
it's taken off,
Yeah.
and then they stitched another mouth to her butt, so she's probably in more pain, no? And she's the one that
Yeah.
gets fed. Well, the one in the back's gonna get fed too eventually, right?
if the one in the middle
Yeah.
survives.
Oh, do you think that would kill her? The poop?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get
Yeah.
bacteria. I mean, you might get septic. Something happens. I mean, I just read off Wikipedia, but I mean, everything starts going bad, and one is constipated and one has septic shock.
Oh, so things were just not going well.
Yeah, it's. I don't think you can actually do that to people and expect everything to have a happy ending.
So the one that did it was a doctor? The one that did all this? Was he a doctor or just a crazy dude?
Doctor, mad
He was a
scientist, I don't
doctor.
know.
So when he knew the dude had to go poop, he was jumping around all happy?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's not right. Because he knew it was going to happen, right? That's why he's.
What does he do? He gets on the guy like, yes, feed her.
Oh,
Like, let it go. He really wants it to happen. Like,
that's why
I had enough.
That's what I gotta say. You two are just not right.
Hey, we're not giving this movie 4 stars, okay?
What do you give
Right?
it? How many body slams you give this movie?
Like a 1.5.
Not even a full second one, huh? You throw up on the second slam? What about you, Alberto? How many body slams do you give this movie?
I give it 1 botch.
One botch? What the heck is that?
When you mess up a wrestling hold.
Oh, so you don't even get to the flip?
not even a backflip.
Okay, here's the last thing. What did Rotten Tomatoes give it? Anybody have a phone they could look on?
Yeah, let me check.
What did they get on the tomato meter? It's probably the only one that got a 0.
You know what? There's some sick people some sick critics.
Right?
Let's see.
What is it called? The Human Centipede?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking up to see
3,
what
2.
the tomato meter is on the Human Centipede. I'd never heard of this movie. Did it?
2016.
It was in 2016?
No, 2009, the original. I think maybe the last
Yeah, this
sequel.
is the second one or whatever.
Yeah. 49.
49%? That's not too
Audience-
bad.
Well, the audience score was 29%, 25%.
Wait a minute.
25.
Wait a minute. There was a part 2?
They made
Yeah.
2 sequels.
Oh,
There's a part 3.
what is
Critical- Hold on. Critical consensus: grotesque, visceral, and hard to swallow. This surgical
no.
horror doesn't quite earn its stripes because the gross outs overwhelm and devalue everything else.
So the movie was such a hit, they made a
Oh,
few
it's on
more, huh?
Netflix.
Oh, no. Now I got to watch it.
Good luck. That's why I canceled mine.
I don't know if
Netflix.
It says Netflix.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know. I don't know if I can handle watching people tortured like that. That's pretty bad, huh? What is Jerry? Jerry says, didn't he want to prove it could be done and then he shows them off to other crazy doctors?
I think so.
I think that's his plan. I don't know if he shows them off.
So the
Part 2 is
centipede didn't die then?
that's part 2. 29, 23. Audience 23.
Man,
You know,
Part 1 is a
from what I've read on Wikipedia, I think they leave you in suspense because I think there's some detectives that are kind of following them,
yeah.
and they go and there's some kind of shootout, and then you don't know if anybody survived. I think the girl at the end was actually still alive at the end. I think they say that it pans out with her crying, and you really don't know really how it ends. But I think the doctor's supposed to die in at the end of the movie.
So they didn't show them unsewing her mouth from the girl's ass to save
No.
her?
No.
They just leave you hanging like that, huh?
Yeah, maybe she just died. She, laid there and died 3 days later from hunger.
Oh, so they didn't come and they didn't get them, the police and the detectives?
I think they get in some kind of shootout with the doctor or something, and you really don't know how it ends, if they survived or not, or.
Well, I hope they would go in afterwards and go check it out. The police didn't just shoot and leave, right? And then that's it.
Well, I think the detective, gets in there, and I don't know if he told anybody else where he was going or something. Maybe they can track his police car or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that the
Yeah, I
body
don't
of the
remember.
centipede was still there, I would imagine, right? Well, apparently in part 2, it doesn't take off from part 1, right? It's a whole new...
It's not like Hostel, where you actually see the guy survives and then they kill him in the beginning of part 2. Spoiler alert.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I thought it would be like. They continued on from what happened in part 1, but it's a whole new story.
Yeah, I have to read it, but I think part 3 is like a whole new story.
I don't
Apparently,
think I've seen two.
the warden in part 3, I think he's watching the movies or something, and he gets the idea, so that's why he does it. But
I don't know why I'm so interested in talking about this, but it's just I can't believe that. I can't believe there's a movie out like that. I just can't. I can't believe that somebody had an idea to do that. Oh,
there was
God.
that, what they call it, torture porn. That and the Saw movies, just
Yeah,
you're gonna
those are
hurt
pretty
people.
bad.
You're gonna hurt people just for the heck of it. I mean, like when we say, Halloween and stuff like that. Those movies have plots and stuff, and
Yeah, but
I don't know. Have we just run out of ideas and we're just gonna kill, torture and kill people just for the hell of it?
Yeah, I'm all good with all that torture, but to have somebody shit in their mouth, that gets a little bit over the board, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean that's torture too, but I mean still. I mean, who thinks of that?
That's the only thing you can't get past.
No, I can't get past that. Sorry. All right, so everybody go check out the Human Centipede. Jerry Hurtado recommends it, and one of his all-time greats.
That's all him.
He bought the DVD gold collection.
He bought the diamond edition
The diamond edition
with all the scenes that were cut out, and I think Alyssa's frozen.
Yeah, she's getting frozen over there. All right, well,
I think maybe she's streaming the Human Centipede on her computer.
oh no, she's watching the movie while we're talking. All right, we're gonna get out of here. We went way over.
I am. I don't
We
know.
can't-
Am I okay?
No, something happened. Something happened to her.
You're cutting in and out. That when Alyssa freezes, that means it's time to end the show.
Yeah, it means we understand, Alyssa. We know what you're getting at. She's like Eddie. When it's time to go, her phone starts acting up, and all right, we're gonna get out of here. We'll be back in Tuesday.
Yeah, but with Alyssa, when her phone or computer starts acting up, it's the computer. It's not Eddie. Eddie just makes the phone act up. All of a sudden, Eddie can't hear anything.
Oh, look we got 3 Alyssa. Look we got 4.
Oh,
2
boy.
Alyssas. Oh my goodness
geez.
gracious!
Wow.
You want to see
I got
something here?
kicked out.
Watch this. Ta-da!
Eddie's here.
Hey, Eddie. I have no idea what you're doing, Alyssa. What are
I
you
got
doing?
kicked out. I don't know.
Well, Alberto
And I had
thinks
to
you
come
were.
back.
Alberto claims you were streaming the Human Centipede while you were watching the show.
I don't know what happened. I just it kept freezing, and then I went black, and then I got kicked out.
Okay.
Well, it's all fixed now, so.
Yeah, it's all fixed now. You must have saw the climax of the movie, and it's
The
all
fires. Well, because I swear it's the fires.
You think
Blame
so?
the fires. They're like right here down the street from me. I'm really close to Yorba Linda.
Well, be safe out there, and everybody in that area, be safe. I hear it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
don't breathe the air too hard. It's bad.
All my windows are closed.
Good job. No walking for you. You stay home.
I know. I didn't walk yesterday. I just walked to my mailbox yesterday, and my throat hurt. I woke up this morning, my throat was hurting.
Oh boy. Well,
Yeah.
stay home and drink lemonade or something. I don't know what's good for
Yeah.
smoke. Smoke. I have no idea.
Smoke inhalation? I have no
Smoke
idea.
inhalation. Get yourself a drink and watch the Human Centipede again for old time's sake. And we'll be back in a few days on Friday. So hopefully
Friday.
Eddie will be back. We don't know what happened to him,
Yeah.
but hopefully he'll be back Friday with us. And
with a
we'll end
fresh
our-
excuse.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
half the show will be about why he didn't show up and how he got kidnapped from federales and everything, and something new every
Maybe-
time.
Maybe he has to ruin Human Centipede 4.
Oh, maybe Eddie got kidnapped and he's the middle. He's the middle centipede.
Maybe.
Oh man! You know what? We should remake that movie. We'll have Will the leader, the head centipede. We'll have Eddie in the middle, and
Put
then
Nick at the end.
we'll put Nick at the end. Yeah. And you know how Will likes to eat, man. He doesn't stop.
Oh,
Eddie
God.
would be in big trouble.
Will's not going to give a damn about taking shit in Eddie's mouth.
He'd be putting Tapatio, Pico Pico, any kind of hot sauce on his food.
Ew.
Wash it down with a milkshake. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Hey, tune in
And
next
Will's
week.
lactose
On
intolerant.
that note,
The Human Centipede Part 5, starring Will and Eddie.
Human Centipede M25.
Alberto takes him for a walk.
To the fortress.
All right, let's get out of here. This is getting to be gross.
We're all turning sick now.
Oh, bad news. All
You
right,
guys are all
Alberto,
demented.
stay safe. We'll see you on Friday, okay?
all right.
Everybody watching, if you're watching now or later, we're going to have a show on Friday too to end out Halloween week, and we'll see you then. Until then, stay safe. Check out our website at the m25show.com. Until then, we'll see y'all.
Memories in high school flames. Some good, some bad. Can you remember their names? Light up a smoke on Pomona Street with the long hair rockers. Oh, the memories. Classic cars, big tits,